Dricus du Plessis is a nightmare matchup for Israel Adesanya. Now, I'm not saying Dricus is going to be the one to beat Izzy, but he is in fact someone we should all be taking serious. I mean, after all, he beat Robert Whittaker, a guy who hasn't lost a non-title defense fight since 2014, and who arguably is the second best middleweight fighter in the division. And from what I know from Dricus, he's someone who does his homework. He found out how to counter Whittaker's jab. He kept intercepting Robert every time he came in. And just to tell you how good this jab is that it was giving everyone problems, even Israel Adesanya, to Marvin Vettori, to Kelvin Gastelum, to Cannonier, etc, etc. And even when Robert was trying to get in with his hooks, Dricus had a really tight guard, and Whittaker wasn't able to get in. And by the time we were getting into the second round, Dricus was able to catch Robert clean with some hits, indicating that Robert didn't have the range down. And I also see no one talking about how Robert Whittaker blocked this incoming hook from Dricus, but Whittaker was still set flying, just proving that Dricus is a powerful dude. But I already know what you guys are gonna say. Styles make fights, and Izzy's gonna use his range and his reach to tear Dricus up on the feet, especially since Dricus leaves his body open, which was shown in his last fight against Robert. The only reason why Robert didn't take advantage of this is because he barely throws any body shots to begin with. And of course, Izzy's going to take advantage of this. And I can also see him destroying Dricus' legs for all 5 rounds. Pretty much winning by a unanimous decision. But that's okay for Dricus. I don't even expect him to win with his striking. I think the way he pulls off the victory is with his grappling. And if you ever paid attention to the middleweight division, you would notice that they lack grapplers. I mean, sure, we have some. We have Brunson, but he only has a round of cardio. Robert Whittaker has great wrestling, but he doesn't use submissions and lacks ground and pound and top control. Same thing with Marvin Vettori. Israel Adesanya has never fought a fighter who is as complete as Dricus when it comes to the ground. Like I mentioned earlier, Izzy fought grapplers who lacked great top control and grapplers who lacked submission threats. But Dricus is dangerous. He has a great top control and he has a very threatening submission game. He has a full arsenal of submissions in his game. He has leg lock to Darce chokes, and sometimes he'll use the threat of the submission to advance to get a better position, or use it to land better ground and pound. This is the first time Izzy has ever fought someone who has a huge submission threat. And what is scary about this is that Izzy has been taken down by the likes of Robert Whittaker and Marvin Vettori, and both of those times they were able to get Izzy's back. Both men fumbled the ball since they don't have great submission offense or really good top control. I think the threat of the takedown will open Israel Adesanya up on the feet. And yeah, I know Dricus looks sloppy on the feet, but he does his homework, and it wouldn't really surprise me if Dricus found a hole to capitalize to get a potential win on Izzy. And one of those things that a lot of people don't mention is that Dricus has a fixed nose, so he doesn't gas out now. Not to mention that no one really thinks about this, but if Dricus beats Israel Adesanya, Dricus would have to go down as one of the greatest middleweight fighters of all time. At that point, he beat 2 of the best middleweights of all time. It's like if someone in the featherweight division beat Max Holloway and Alex Volkanovski, which the thought would just be crazy. And look, the point of the video isn't to say that Dricus is guaranteed going to beat Israel Adesanya, but instead saying that he's going to be a nightmare matchup for Israel Adesanya, as he is a huge threat to this weight class. And it's crazy how we're here because we're all making fun of him. But nah, this dude is an Avengers level threat, to say the least. That's just my thoughts on it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, I don't know what you guys are waiting for. And I'll see you guys on my next one.